Hey, it's Amethyst Virgo. Okay, so I am going to show you how to manifest what it is you desire using tarot cards. This is a really simple and easy way to manifest through tarot. Instead of doing a reading for yourself, you can set the vision yourself using imagery on the cards and using the meaning of the cards. So with these type of practices, I like to use candles, of course. So I have 2 chakra candles here. Okay, this one is one for abundance, and this one is for positive energy. So I'm just going to put those off to the side. When I am done doing a reading, I say a mantra, or I say something positive, and I blow the candle out. All right, so let's say you are someone who's deeply trying to find your twin flame. You're trying to find your twin flame, your soulmate, or you're trying to find someone that you have a deeper connection to. So this is just an example of how you can do this. So if you have a tarot deck, you can pause this and get it out if you would like to do this exact one that I'm doing, or simply just watch the video. So what you're going to think about is, what cards do I want to use to depict my ideal situation? And so I'll just show you. You also want to pick cards that you want to pick cards that are also going to set the vision for what you don't want. Okay, and I'll show you in a minute what that looks like. So one, if I'm talking about love, I'm going to pick a lot of cards from the tarot deck that have to do with the cups, because the cups have to do with our emotions. And so I've already gone through the cards to pick which ones I want to set the vision. Because remember, this is not a tarot reading where I'm shuffling and using intuition. This is more so setting the vision for what it is that I want. So this is a sample reading. So I would pick the World card. If we're trying to manifest, I'm going to pick the World card because we're thinking about cycles being over and, you obtaining what it is that you want. We're picking the 10 of Cups, success. It involves other people. If you're thinking about a family, if you want a family one day, you might want to put a 10 of Cups here. If you're thinking about King of Pentacles, could be you want this to be a successful person. You want this to be a stable person. Maybe in the past, you're like, a lot of your relationships, the person has been not, very ambitious or very goal oriented. So maybe you want to think about what it is that you want, because you might want someone who's fun. So you might want to and lively and popular, that you pick the King of Wands, but you want to pick what it is that's unique in your situation that you want. So here I also have the King of Wands. So you could say you want this person's personality to match yours. If you're a person who's very spontaneous, you're a person who is very confident and who's very bold and brave, maybe you pick the King of Wands. You can have, now if you don't want them to be immature, I might take the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands does not always mean immaturity, but it does mean being impulsive, right? So I might put that in reverse. So if you're, comfortable with reversals, and then I'll lay this out later, but I'm just showing you which cards I'm using. The Ace of Cups, the love card. Okay, but do you see the Ace of Cups is like beginning new love? It's when you feel that first rush of, wanting to, have a deeper connection with someone. But you don't just want to stop at the Ace, because the 10 is what you really want, because the 10 is at the end. The 10 is when you've gone through all the different emotions and phases and you finally feel successful. So you don't want to think about what number cards you're using. The earlier the number, like 1s, 2s, 3s, the more it's about beginning stages. If you want something to develop a little bit more, you have to also look towards the end. The 8s, the 9s, not the 9 of Swords. That's not a good card typically, but you want to think that way. The World card, 2 of Cups, romance. So you want this to actually be a relationship, not just an off and on situation or a fling. Again, you can edit this and modify it any way you want to, all right, using the meaning of the cards. The 7 of Cups in reverse. Why? Usually upright. Well, upright, it means illusions. It's when you are really, dreamy and you're fantasizing about what you want. But at the same time, it's not reality. But I would put that in reverse, because remember, whatever you're trying to repel from your romantic situation, you're going to put in reverse. Okay? I would pick the Queen of Cups. You want to be emotionally open. You want to be able to connect to this person, not just have somebody that you're attracted to, but you want to be able to connect to this person. You would also pull maybe a King of Cups. You want this person to be very confident about what they want. You want this person to be confident that they want to pursue something with you as well. We have the Sun card, reveal. You don't want secrets. The Sun card is all-knowing. It sees. It sheds light on situations. It provides us with wisdom. It provides us with a path to go on. It shows us it's open. It's warm. Also, I picked the Moon card. And the reason I picked the Moon card is because, yes, sometimes the Moon card can deal with secrets, but you pick the Moon card because you're on a journey. If you're talking about a deep emotional connection to someone. Now, if you're someone who's like, hey, I don't believe in twin flames or soulmates, and that doesn't really matter to me. fine, right? It's perfectly fine. But what I'm saying is, like, if you're someone who that is what you're looking for, you want to pick the moon card, because the moon is about your spiritual path. It is spiritual. Yes, at first it's not an easy situation. If you have a karmic, contract with someone, if you are, in a relationship, or you meet someone that you have some type of past life or any type of, spiritual connection to, it's not going to be easy at first, and you have to be spiritually open and aware that it might not be easy at first. You have to understand that. So this card would be you accepting that this is going to be a journey. I would pick the High Priestess card too. Again, we're thinking of spirituality. You can also modify this manifestation to just be like, hey, I want a new girlfriend or boyfriend, or I want a fiance, whatever your case may be. The High Priestess card is intuition. You want to really listen to yourself. You want to pick up the vibes of the person. You want to be able to understand on an internal level what is around the situation, what is surfacing around the situation. Excuse me. Lover's card, attraction. Of course, you want to meet in a way where it's clear that you two are interested in each other. So this might be like if you're trying to speed it up, or you don't want to wait, right? You're like, hey, I want to meet somebody. I want us to just kind of like, just want this to be chemistry. So this is about chemistry. The Wheel of Fortune, of course, if you're talking about anything that's karmic or twin flame or soulmate, Wheel of Fortune. And you could also do this if you're trying to get back this person as well, okay? Fate, okay? What is supposed to happen. So that's definitely a card I would recommend. Justice card, you want things to go right. You want things to be fair. You don't want to be doing all the work. You want this person to also be able to put some emotional effort into it as well. The Hangman in reversed. The reason I picked this card, again, you don't have to pick this card, is about restriction. It's about limitations. You don't want to feel limited. A lot of times when people find somebody they're really, really interested in romantically, there's always an issue. There's always a problem, or they're ready, or you're not ready, or there's a third party, or they just got out of a relationship. There's always some type of hang up. And so if you put the Hangman in reverse, you are repelling that. Again, anytime you do manifestation, you set your intentions. Okay. So for you're setting your intention that you don't want to feel restricted in this situation. You don't want someone who is going to have baggage, basically, or everyone has baggage, but you don't want someone who has baggage is going to affect your ability to get involved in a union with them. Ace of Wands, initiation. And I have the Page of Cups. You could do either one with the Page of Cups. I picked the Page of Cups in reverse. And the reason I did that is because the Page of Cups is about friendship, right? The card is very tender. It's very lighthearted. It's playful. But if you're looking for a romantic connection with somebody, you aren't really looking for friendship. Now, you might say, no, actually, I want this person to be my friend. Yes, friendship is important in a relationship as well. But I'm just saying, for this intention, you might want to say, like, if you want a strong love that's romantic and not someone friend-zoning you, you might want to do that. And so what you would do next is you would just set the cards down in any order that you want. If you want to start with Ace of Wands. And I kind of just pile them on top of each other. Ace of Wands, you meet someone, initiate contact, right? Then we have the Lover's card. There's attraction there. Do you see what I'm doing right now? So when I pull these cards, I'm also going to set the vision for what happens. What's the kind of energy happening? So we meet. There's an attraction to each other. Maybe you put this one down. They don't have baggage, right? This is a person who's opening up their heart. The Sun, they're not hiding anything from you. They're a truthful person. So you might put the Sun down. The Moon, you're accepting that this is a spiritual journey and that sometimes things may be confusing. You're accepting of that. Things are going fairly. You're treated fairly. And again, as you're doing this reading, not reading, as you're doing this manifestation, you can say to yourself, you can say I, right? So if I was doing this for myself, I would say I. You definitely want to start doing I statements, because that is now setting that intention forward. You're now putting it in your brain and you're putting it into the universe. The High Priestess card, your intuition is strong. You're able to sense this person's intentions. You are open spiritually to what this relationship or this situation could turn into. You're open, Queen of Cups. You listen to them. You are understanding of them. You are building a connection. Things can be serious because you both are not dealing with a fantasy issue. You then start having relationship, maybe Two of Cups, partnership, Do you see? So now I'm just looking at the cards. Now I might put the Ace of Cups. Actually, if I was doing this, I would put the Ace of Cups before the Two of Cups. All right. And again, you're just visualizing what you want, and you're setting this intention to yourself. And you're thinking about what cards work for your situation. What has happened to you in the past? What do you want to make sure happens in the future using the symbolism of the cards? You don't want this person to put you in the bucket of friend. You want this person to think of you in a romantic way. You don't want them to be impulsive. You want someone who's more serious than what you've dealt with in the past. You want someone who's more, structured, and someone who has a solid foundation and they have their life together, maybe. The King of Pentacles. So now you pull your cards. Again, you're now stacking them in order, thinking about how you want this situation to play out potentially. King of Pentacles. And again, it doesn't mean like every step of the way is going to be exactly like you lay it out, but you're going to notice when you manifest using tarot cards that the energy of what you pulled is the same. There's a similar energy going on there. And I can attest that this works for various things. Again, you have to be also doing things in your life. You can't sit at home without communicating with anyone and say, where's my twin flame? Where's my boyfriend? Where's my girlfriend? Where's my partner? So this person could be stable, but maybe you want them to also be brave and courageous, and you want someone who goes for what they want. You want someone who's adventurous. You want someone who's worldly. You want someone who likes to travel. You want someone who likes to go places, and someone who is very open and who's very, kind of a courageous, go hard person who has a very maybe spontaneous personality. King of Cups. But you also want them to be emotionally stable. You want them to be emotionally stable. You want them to, again, when you manifest, you can do whatever you want. Like if in the past you dealt with somebody who was too clingy, you might have the King of Cups and you might put him in reverse because you're trying to repel somebody who's gives you more freedom. So I do want to put that out there too. But this is like you want someone who's emotionally considerate. You want someone who maybe gives you the attention and emotional attention and needs that you have. You then might want to put out your 10 of Cups, because remember we started out earlier with the Ace of Cups. The 10 of Cups, you want to be careful. If all you want is a new person, you want to do new cards. You want to do aces and maybe twos, right? You focus on that new energy. If you want something that's going to blossom into something else, you start thinking about cards that show a cycle closing, union. You might put the sometimes the Four of Wands. You pick the 10 of Cups for certain because that's success. And sometimes even when you see this card, it does indicate like marriage or commitment, relationship, commitment, you enjoying each other's company so much that you, together, you make a decision to, have a union and have it be serious. And sometimes 10 of Cups can deal with other people. That's why sometimes I say it's like the marriage card, because like usually it's like other people celebrating this, right? And we have the World card, because it's the end of the major arcana, and you want to make sure that you are closing the loop. You've gone through all these different cycles, and the World card is when you have fully accomplished, you've gone through all the levels and cycles that you need to, and now you are able to fully say that you have something that's going to last a long time. The World card represents you are kind of at the end of a stage, and you are now going to almost kind of graduate to the new level, new step. And the Wheel of Fortune, fate, if we're, not in reverse. If we are thinking about romance and love and what that's going to give to us, we want to make sure that we also have the Wheel of Fortune card, which indicates fate. It indicates our the things in our life that are going to happen to us no matter what. Now, if you have a twin flame, well, there's and again, there's different types of situations with twin flames. If you have one, or even if you're like not, you don't understand twin flames, you're not interested in that, that's fine. But you could also use this as well to just indicate like fate, things happening the way they're supposed to happen. You meet the person that you're meant to meet, and all of those different situations. So again, that's how I would do that. And again, when you have, I'm just trying to, I'm not putting it all out, just I want to show you what I'm talking about. But you can also like do your own like tarot spread with it. You can make up whatever you want when you're manifesting with tarot cards. It's yours. You're designing what the situation is going to be like. And then you would take your candle and you would say something, I'm just giving you an example. I set my intention. Here's a candle. I set my intention to be on the journey to reconnect with my twin flame. Or you can say, I set my intention to find a partner that I can have an honest, open, truthful relationship with that can blossom into a successful, supportive union. You would say something, whatever it is that you want to say. It can even be simpler than that, and you blow the candle out. Again, I'm a big proponent of candle magic, so that's how I would do that. And that's basically it. And then the last step is this is what I would say. So I would lay all the cards out. Again, I don't have the space right now because I have all these things up here and I'm trying to show you what I'm doing. You would lay all those cards out that you pulled, and what you would do, what I suggest to manifest, take a picture of it and then set that as your wallpaper or your background on your phone or on your computer. So that way you're constantly looking at it, you constantly see it. Doesn't mean you're obsessing over it. That's what people understand about manifesting. Manifesting is you set your intention. Maybe you do like a vision board, or you put it on your phone, or you do something like that. And you just make sure that your actions in the real world match up with the energy that you're telling the universe that you want. That is it. You do not obsess over it. You kind of do things naturally, and you'll see that you'll start to see results. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please send a comment or a message, and please visit my website, www.amethystvirgo.com. If you need a personal reading right now, until the end of July, I have a special deal running where I'm doing $25 birth chart readings, and I'm also offering a free tarot reading of specific question or anything, a general reading for anyone who orders between now and the end of July. Thank you for watching. Hey, it's Amethyst Virgo. So this video is about how to manifest money, how to manifest a better financial foundation using tarot cards. And so I already have, I do recommend using a candle when you're doing this. Okay, when you're manifesting, I do candles. I use candles. It's an abundance chakra candle, but you can also use a green candle. Use any candle that is, any oils. Also, sometimes the candles, you can put oils in them that have to do with money. Okay, so you might use like patchouli, bergamot, cinnamon for sure, clove, anything that is, there's money drawing oil. I have some of that. Anything that's helpful and useful to money and finances, okay? And so unlike a tarot reading where you are using intuition, where you're shuffling or someone is shuffling for you, and you're trying to determine what's beneath the surface in a course of action and get some insight, you're trying to now manifest what it is that you want using tarot. So you see the difference there of when you would get a tarot reading versus when you're going to do a manifestation tarot spread. And so I already drew cards out. So again, this is not like tarot. In tarot, you're shuffling and using, your intuition and your guidance. With this, it's okay to pull what you want. With manifestation, you are pulling the symbolism that you think is important to help you in your situation. And so I pulled Pentacles because remember, money is related to the Pentacle suit in tarot, just like Pentacles is related to earth signs in astrology. So earth signs being Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So I'm picking Pentacles. Just like if I was doing love, I would pick a couple of cups. If I was doing action, I would do wands. If I needed some mental balance, I might pick the swords. And so another thing is when you pick your cards, you want to pick them based on what meaning each card has. I will link the video below where I teach you how to memorize all 78 cards. Another thing you want to do is pick an order for them. So once you pick all the cards, lay them out in the order that you want things to go in. Now, again, life is life. But what you'll see, and I've done this before, when you manifest using tarot, you're going to see when things happen, the energy changes. And you're going to be like, wow, like I remember in my tarot spread when I manifested, I picked this card and now this is happening. But again, you have to match this with what you do in the physical world. And so I always say that, you have to show the universe that you are serious, right? You can't say I want to be more financially stable and then quit your job the next day. Well, some people have luck doing those types of risky things and like they land on their feet and maybe they get an even better job that makes them actually fulfilled or whatever the case may be. But what I'm saying is you want to make sure that what you're doing matches. So if you're saying I want more, money, you need to be open to other opportunities in getting money. You see what I'm saying? You need to start having conversations with people who you think have the success you need. Or if you were even doing a love one, and I said in a love one, if you were doing a love manifestation and you're trying to find your partner, you probably wouldn't say, okay, I'm just going to stay in my house for 2 months and I'm not going to go out ever, or I'm not going to communicate with anyone. Well, you're probably not going to find anyone. So that's what I mean. Match your energy with what you want, but do not obsess over it. Okay. So just if you look here, I might start off with my ace. So the ace is reward. The ace is the first card in the Pentacles suit. So this is like a reward. So it could be like you all of a sudden start to see things pointing in the right direction. The Six of Pentacles, you want people to be generous to you. Okay. Ten of Pentacles. Actually, before I put the Ten of Pentacles, I would probably put the Nine of Pentacles, because abundance. You start to get new opportunities. People start to let you know of new opportunities. Someone suggests that you should go for a promotion, or someone offers you something, right? And then I might pick the Ten of Pentacles, which deals with foundation. All of a sudden you start to see like, wow, I now am able to save up to buy a new car, or wow, now I have a nest egg of money that makes me feel more secure financially. Knight of Pentacles, I might pick that. Reliability. You want to be reliable. You want to make sure that you're not being impulsive with your money. So you also need to pull cards that indicate yourself. And then you might pick the King of Pentacles, because he can relax. Why can the symbol of the king relax? Because he's done all the hard work and he now has rewards around him. And look at the coin. Look at the coin. He has coins. He has the reward around him to remind him how hard he's worked. You have the Queen of Pentacles. She's resourceful. She uses what she has. She's very, earth. She has an earth intelligence of using what she has in order to get by or to get ahead. All right. And so you would do that. That's simply what you would do. You pull them, lay them out. Again, you don't have to use this one. You could say, you know what? I mean, you might also want to, I might throw a Ten of Cups in there. Cups are not money cards, but guess what? You want to be happy. We can all have more money. I mean, I don't think there's anybody who ever sits around and says, I have enough. I mean, maybe billionaires or something like that. But you also want to be happy. You don't want to get money and you're in a position, you're somewhere where you're unhappy and you're miserable. So I might also manifest using, but at the same time, when I'm making money or I'm switching careers, or if I am, saving money, I'm still able to be happy. I'm still able to see success. I'm still able to enjoy what I'm doing. You also, if you're someone trying to make money through your creativity, you might pick the third card in the minor arcana, actually the fourth, because the Fool is 0, the creativity. If you need to negotiate terms with somebody, you might pick the Page of Swords. If your way of making money is you're trying to build up a certain field, maybe you're not where you want to be yet, you might pick the card that means a development, right? If you're someone who, you're just not motivated, pick the Queen of Wands. You need to get motivated, right? So do you see what I'm saying? That like it's your manifestation reading, or mantra, whatever you want to call it, ritual, whatever you want to call it. You pick whatever cards make sense to you. And you want to also make sure, like, you could also pick cards that you want to repel. Like you pick the Ten of Wands. Look, you put them in reverse because you don't want to overwork. Right? Especially if you're a person who's already a hard worker. You don't want to make more money by working even more than what you already do if you're already a hard worker. So you might put the Ten of Wands. Because remember, life has a funny way when you ask for something, they've given it to you, but then you have to deal with some consequences. So you want to also think forward of what you don't want. You don't want to be oppressed. You don't want to be so oppressed by doing work that you now feel like, wow, I have more money, but I'm not happy. So you might put your Ten of Wands. You don't want that, right? In reverse. All right. If you want to relieve your anxiety of money, you put the Five of Pentacles, which means anxiety over finances, in reverse. Okay. You think of those different things. What could come up? What could come up that could make me not happy? If I do get what I want, if you're going to manifest something, truly outline what it is you want and what it is you don't want, and speak it positively, right? Speak positively. You wouldn't say like, I don't want to have anxiety. You would say, I'm relieved from anxiety. I am confident. I am more calm. I feel more stable. You would make a lot of I statements. Okay. And that would basically be it. Like I said in the other video or at the beginning of this one, I would definitely take a picture of it and put it somewhere where you'll see it every once in a while. Your desktop, on your computer, your phone, whatever the case may be. And then you would blow your candle up. So I just happen to have an abundance candle here. And so you would say something positive, right? You would say something like, I have money. I have enough. I have more resources than I think I have. I earn new opportunities. I'm responsible with money. Money flows my way. I feel stable. I feel content. I feel happy with the way I'm using money. And then you would blow it out. Okay. Very simple, very easy. You know, I've tried doing this. It does work, but again, you have to match the energy of the universe. You can't just say you want something and your lifestyle shows that you don't want it. You have to make sure you're very clear on those things. And that is basically it for this. Please visit my website, www.amethystvirgo.com. I have a lot on there about astrology, tarot, self-help, crystals, a bunch of things for anyone. And also, I am running a deal through the launch of my website from now until the end of July. If you order a birth chart reading for $25, with the birth chart reading comes with a 7 to 9 page PDF personalized chart reading written by me for you, and also a video recording of your chart where I explain your different placements. You also will get a redeemable tarot reading. So please visit my website. Thank you for watching.